This is absolutely the easiest way to handle any and every sales objection that almost no salespeople are using. This is literally the easiest and most effective way to overcome any sales objection, yet almost no salespeople do this. Would you like to know what it is? Then let's get to it. Let's go. This easy and simple objection handling method is done in just 3 simple steps. Step number 1. Upon hearing the objection, test the validity of the objection by offering a hypothetical solution. So for example, if I'm told by the prospect the price is too high, I'm going to test the validity, meaning I'm going to check to see, is this a real objection, by offering a hypothetical solution. So if they tell me the price is too high, I'm going to say something like, okay, so the price is too high. Now, if we could hypothetically lower the price and get it more in line with your budget, in line with what you're able to afford, is price still going to be a concern for you? Now, if it's a real objection, the prospect's going to say, no, that's not going to be a concern. So what we're doing here is we're checking to see if this objection is a real objection or a smokescreen. And this is where most salespeople fail when they handle objections. They assume the objection they're hearing is a true objection, but really it could be a smokescreen. What's a smokescreen? Well, in case you're not familiar with that term, a smokescreen is essentially an excuse. It's a facade. It's not the real objection, but it's just a layer, a smoke and mirror. So, for example, a prospect might say, we're not going to do this because it's just a little too expensive. But the real reason is they talked to their financial advisor and their financial advisor told them it's a bad idea, right? So essentially a smokescreen is it's just a mask or an excuse that's hiding the real reason for them not moving forward. So step number 1, offer a hypothetical solution to test the validity of the objection. So in this example, the price was too high. So we said, hey, if we could hypothetically get that price down to an amount that you can afford, is that still going to be a concern for you? Prospect says, no, not at all. Excellent. Step number 2, isolate the objection. So we want to make sure that outside of this first objection, that there's nothing else holding them back. So after we've confirmed step 1 and the prospect says, no, if you could do that, then that's not going to be a concern. Step 2 is, okay, excellent. Now, outside of that price concern, is there anything else holding you back from moving forward? Now, if they say, well, yeah, it's also the interest rate. So now I'm going to start again at step 1. Now I'm going to test the validity of that objection and say, okay, awesome. Thank you for telling me that. Now, assuming we could hypothetically get that rate down and in line with what you're willing to pay, is that still going to be a concern for you? No. Awesome. And then I'm going to repeat step 2. So outside of the price and the interest rate, what else is holding you back from moving forward? And I'm going to keep doing that until their response to that question is nothing. Nothing else is going to hold us back. Awesome. Now that I've done step 1, I've tested the validity of the objections. I know that they are real objections. I have offered a hypothetical solution and the prospect has told me, hey, if you could do that, we're good. I've isolated the objection, step 2. Make sure that there's nothing else outside of those 2 objections that are going to stop them from doing business with me. Now that I've confirmed that, step 3 is have a rational conversation with them. Now I want to talk through the objections. I want to ask them, how did these become a concern to begin with? Talk to me, right? How did this become an objection? Get them talking. Just so you can understand their thought process, right? Their situation. But from there, something that I love doing, I like asking the prospect, hey, how do you propose that we remedy this? This is a brilliant tactic. It does a couple of things. Number 1, it makes the prospect feel like they have a say in things. It gives them a sense of control. But also, you're now partnering with them, right? This isn't them against you or vice versa. It is you guys together talking through and trying to find a solution. It works very well. So then ask them, how do you propose? They'll give you an idea. And from there, you meet somewhere in the middle and find a solution that benefits both parties. And once you have done that, you finish it all off with one final question. And that is, okay, now that we've come to a reasonable solution for both of these prior issues, what else is stopping you from doing business? To which they'll say, nothing. That is the easiest way to overcome any sales objection. This works in any market, any industry, no matter what you're selling. 3 simple steps. Test the validity of the objection by offering a hypothetical solution. Isolate the objection and make sure there's nothing else outside of that objection that's going to stop them from moving forward. Number 3, have a rational, logical conversation about how the objection became a concern to begin with. Ask the prospect, how do you recommend that we fix this? And from there, you talk through it and find a middle ground, find a solution where both parties benefit, and close it all off with a final trial close question of, hey, now that we've have these under wraps, now that these are no longer a concern, what else is stopping you from doing business today? Nothing. If you found this video helpful, I want you to go to the Cleverclosers YouTube channel. We are posting new videos every week, about 2 to 3 videos per week on various sales topics. Check those videos out. If you like them, make sure to subscribe to the channel so you can be notified whenever a new video comes out. My name is Greg. This is Cleverclosers, and until next time, I'll catch you guys in the next one.